Shalom, brothers and sisters. Shalom and welcome. I hope all of you enjoyed your Shabbat and that you did have a productive and blessed week and that you are resting today wherever you are. Here in North America, we're getting a lot of snow and rain depending on the area that you are in. So I hope all of you are safe. And again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. In this video today, I'm going to be talking about the ley lines for the series that I've started. And this video is going to be focusing on the destruction of churches and cathedrals. Okay. If you do not know, a lot of these churches that are in towns and cities, these cathedrals, they are built on or close to ley lines, okay? And they will be destroyed. These structures will not stand because of the wickedness that they were built for, the people that built them, the wickedness that they were involved in, they will not stand. So just like in the previous video I did, ley lines for monuments and structures, I will be showing different pictures of churches and cathedrals throughout this video. And I'm also going to touch on a little bit of the history of these structures to explain why they are going to be destroyed. And I'm also going to touch on, of course, what the Most High says in His Word. Keep in mind, the church is not a physical building. It is the body of Yahusha that is the church. Okay? So to start off, I'm going to be reading Revelation chapter 18, 1 to 8, and this is the King James Version. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and I'm no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is Yahuwah God, who judgeth her. All praise to the Most High Yahuwah. Thank you for that word. Yeah, so what it's saying here is that the whole system of Babylon is going to be completely destroyed. It will not stand any longer. It will not stand any longer, and it will be destroyed. And all those that want to stay in Babylon will also share in her destruction. Okay, so that is what it is saying. I'm also going to read another scripture here Just give me one moment to find it. Okay, so I am going to read Revelation chapter 17, and this is going to be verse 3 to verse 6, and it's again the King James Version. So it reads, "So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahusha. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration." So that is up to verse 6. Okay. And pretty much this woman, this harlot, this is the religious system that is operating with Babylon. They're working together with Babylon. You have a political and cultural side, which is Babylon the Great, and you have the religious side, which is the mother of harlots. Her name is Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And she's on many waters. She sits on many waters throughout the world. She is spread. And what religion has taken the word of Yahuwah and now used it, twisted it to gain power and influence? What a political and cultural group has taken the law of the Most High and twisted it and made it wickedness and spread it throughout the whole world? Of course, Babylon, and of course, the Catholic and Christian religions have done that. And just to go a little bit into history, from about the 11th century, or let's say the 1100s to about the 1800s, the mid 1800s, there was something called the Inquisition that took place. And many people who were of Yasharal were killed, were tortured because they refused to convert to different forms of Catholicism and Christianity. And the cathedrals, the churches that you are seeing, many of those were built within that time period. So most of what took place with the Inquisition happened throughout Europe. It also happened, of course, in North America. Okay, in South America, this took place as well. This continued until about the early 1800s when Napoleon was one of the people that put a stop to it. Around 1808, he put a stop to it. But of course, that can be that can be, discussed if that's exactly how it happened. But what it's saying is that it came to a stop in about the 1800s. Okay, somewhere therein. And during the time from around the 1100s to about the 1800s, there were many people that were killed. I think they estimate, it's the number is so. I don't want to put a number in, and it's not right, but let's say it's hundreds of thousands of people, at least, that were tortured and that were murdered. Okay. Um, they're saying over 30,000 executions, at least, and that was just in the Spanish Inquisition. So, how about all the other places around the world that this took place, right? All the other places that this took place around the world, they're only able to say for the Spanish Inquisition, that portion was just over 30,000. Okay? So a lot has happened during that a lot happened during that time and afterwards. And many of these churches, many of these structures were built on the lie that they needed to convert to be a Catholic, to be a Christian, because if they didn't, they would be damned. But think about all of the pagan holidays that they celebrate. Think about the Easter bunny hunt, that's pagan. Valentine's Day that just passed, that is pagan. The celebration of Christmas, that is pagan as well. Putting up a Christmas tree, decorating it, putting gifts under the tree, looking out for Santa Claus, all that is pagan. And then later on, we have Thanksgiving that came about. That is also pagan. It's the celebration of death and destruction for one group of people. Why is that a Thanksgiving? I don't understand that. And when you come into these truths and into these understandings, when you look at these structures, you cannot see them the same way as you once did. They will be destroyed. They will not stand. You are seeing an acceleration of their destruction. Many of them are being burnt down. They are fixing them back up. But we already know that what they build, the Most High will throw down. He's going to destroy. So it can come down, it could be destroyed in many ways, and they can go and say, we're going to fix it, we're going to build it up, we're going to come back stronger, we're all going to come together, but it will be destroyed again. And all those that partake in worshiping at these places will also face the wrath of the Most High, and they will face destruction. if they continue to go to these places, if they continue to worship at these places, if they continue to say there's nothing wrong, they're worshiping God, they haven't done anything, these are beautiful buildings, look at all of the fine craftsmanship in the buildings, it doesn't matter. The money that was used from the torture of many from Yasharel, the murder, the dismembering, the maiming of those of Yasharel, forcing them to eat foods that are forbidden because they want them to prove that they are now converted. So breaking dietary laws, burning down their homes, making their children and their spouses no more. And then they tell you that they're worshiping the one and true living God. No, they're not. No way. No way. So they use all of this money that they collected from around the world. They use all that money from slavery, from enslaving us, that they collected from all around the world to build these churches. And then now they're saying they don't know nothing about what they did and that they don't have to give no reparations and everything is okay and we just need to move on and things happen. And we need to get over it, right? And then they want to point your attention to how beautiful these structures are. And they want you to come together with them to rebuild them when they are destroyed by natural disasters, by fire, by wind, whirlwind, floods, earthquakes, volcanoes, war and conflict among themselves. They want you now to come together with them and rebuild their wickedness. No. No. These structures are going to come down. These structures are a part of Babylon, and they will not stand. They cannot stand. When the Most High returns, before he returns, these structures must be destroyed. They are an abomination. They are wickedness. Now, as I said earlier, the church is not a physical building. It is the body made up of the souls of the people that are in Yahusha that make up the church. A physical building does not make up the church. You can worship the Most High in your home. You can invite brothers and sisters that are close to you, that you trust, into your home to worship. If you'd like, you don't even have to do that now. You can do it online. That everyone can meet online in the privacy and safety of their home, and you can worship together. And you can worship alone as well. These places will be destroyed. They have built many of these cathedrals near ley lines, in cities, towns, all around the world. If you look at the outlay of cities and see where these structures are, they are close to ley lines. Some of them sit right on top of ley lines. And as I mentioned, these ley lines are changing. They are shifting. New ones are coming. Old ones are disappearing. They're going. The Most High will use the earth. He's going to use the energy of this earth to destroy these structures. And that includes sending people, placing it in their heart to go and destroy these structures. They will not stand. They will be destroyed. And another thing is that a lot of people that go to these places of worship that believe in them, okay? They wear all types of symbols on their bodies. They put different symbols in their home, at the front of their home. And what they think is that those are going to protect them. And I'll probably get into it in another video to go over specifically what those symbols are. But they think that the symbols will protect them, that it's going to protect them against, evil, or it's going to bring them good, or, God will always be with them when they're wearing these symbols. But that's not what's happening. Those symbols that they are wearing on their body, that they're placing in their house, thinking that, identifying with this religion is going to protect me, what it's going to do is it's going to mark them for destruction. That's right. They are being marked for destruction because of the symbols they have on their body and the symbols that they have in their homes, in their businesses as well. These symbols are marking them for destruction the same way those churches and cathedrals are marked for destruction. And I'm pretty sure most of you understand what I'm talking about when I say the symbols that they're wearing, that they're putting in their home. It is marking them for destruction. It is not going to protect them. It will not protect them in no way. Hebrews 10, verse 30 to 31. This is the King James Version. For we know him that hath said, Vengeance belongeth unto me, I will recompense, saith Yahuwah. And again Yahuwah shall judge his people. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. So even if you are Yasharal, or you may even look like Yashua, but you're not, because it's not always based upon how a person looks. And you participate in this. You have the symbols. You have it on your body. You have it in your home. You have it in your business. You're going to these places of worship. You're participating in all these pagan holidays. You are embracing many of the sexual immorality that they have in those churches, in those religions, where they have put aside the word of the Most High to embrace Babylon. You too are being destroyed. You will not escape. You must repent. You must turn from wickedness. You must give up all of that, all the pagan holidays, all of these symbols that are being used that are actually marking you for destruction. It's not marking you for protection. It is marking you for destruction. You must give all of that up and turn from wickedness. Hebrews 10:30-31. Okay? What they did, what those leaders of those religions did many years ago, how they accumulated wealth through using Yasharal, for doing all of their wickedness of it's pretty much acting as the mobsters going around strong arming people, telling them that they need to do this, they need to do that, and hey, when you work any money, you need to give us some of your money. You think that is from the Most High? They do it today too. They're just not as overt right now doing it, but they do the same thing too. If a person gives more money than another member of their church, have you seen who gets the better treatment? Who gets more attention? That's not the way of the Most High. That's not the way of the Most High at all. That is not the way of the Most High at all. That is my message for today. I want to thank you all for joining me today. I welcome all of your comments. Please like and subscribe. Shalom.